Kevin's rankings. So he has Barega 1, Cheptegei 2, Woku 3, Aragawe 4, Kajelcha 5, Mohamed 6, Kamoy 7, Grant Fisher 8, and then Mengesha 9, and Klecker 2, Klecker 10. So obviously this is gonna be another one of the two Ugandans, a bunch of Ethiopians, and then maybe a Bowerman Track Club athlete in Mohamed or Grant Fisher. So Joe Klecker there too. So I was doing a lot of thinking about this. People forget how fast Grant Fisher 10K was in March. It was incredible. It was, I was looking into it. Grant Fisher's 10K from March. When you compare his 10K mark to all the other road 10Ks, road 5Ks, track 5Ks, it ranks as the most impressive mark of all of them. So it's more impressive than the 1246 5Ks we saw in the Diamond League back in June. It's more impressive than that. The Ethiopians, they didn't even run in the 2630s. They were running the 2640s when they were running their fast times in early June. So Grant Fisher has this one moniker of a mark. Again, it was March 6, 2022. Mohamed was right behind him. Mohamed, he's a multi-time medalist, I believe. I think he's medaled multiple times in a long distance race. I have a feeling that Grant Fisher might surprise people here and might be able to find a way to get a medal, maybe even win. That sounds stupid to say that, but he looked pretty good in the US 5K, closed well. He was started running 58-second laps, 3 laps out. That's something that you're going to need in a 10K, be able to run, sub 60 pace, 1,200 meters out. I don't know. I know I got to remember that the Ethiopians are legit. They know how to show up. They're going to be able, they were able to take down Paul Chelimo and when Paul Chelimo was dominating the U.S. circuit. So I'm maybe trying to walk this bold prediction back. But I don't know. I have a feeling that we're going to get something special from Fisher and or Mohamed. I just don't think it's a guarantee that it's just going to be a bunch of Ethiopians and Ugandans up there. So when I was looking at how I would go this, it was hard. But I don't know if I should do it. I want to go crazy and be like, I think like Fisher wins, but I'm not going to do that. I can't do that. So I'm going to go Barega 1. I think Mohamed 2, and then Cheptegei 3.
After all that, you don't pick Fisher for a medal. I kept it simple. Cheptegei, Barega, Aragawi. The Fisher time is great, but I want to see him against good competition. I would take a slower time with higher quality wins. Now, there's not a ton of high quality 10Ks you can run, but I mean, at least a 5,000. I mean, this year he ran the BU indoor meet again, which was with his team. Good competition on his team. Ahmed's in there, Mark Scott's in there. And then he goes and does that 10,000 again with his team, and then he runs USA's. And he loses the 10K to Klecker, looked great in the 5,000 a month later, not taking anything away from him. This field is really good, though. The 5,000 field is even better than this, but this 10,000 field is really good, and it's a very tough team to medal on. Like, Aragawi's 5,000 performance was ridiculous. Cheptegei has been incredibly consistent, and Barega is also an Olympic champion. So I'm going Cheptegei, Barega, Aragawi for my.
I just want to do a big build up to say I really, 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 really wanted to put Grant Fisher in my top 3, but when it came down to it, you're right. They're just too good on the other side. So yeah, I went with Barega, Mohamed Cheptegei.
Well, I'm saving my homer pick for something later, which I think is warranted. It's not a homer pick at all, but I'm sure people will disagree with me. But I'm going big on my US pick later on. So this is not
Okay.
where I would use it because this field is really good. Again, this field is really good because you didn't mention Kip Limo in there as well too. So all right. Thomas says Mohamed multiple medals. When? Where? Well, Tokyo and
Maybe he's
Doha.
only had one. Has he
No,
only had
he
one?
had. Oh,
I feel like he's had more
no,
than
he's
one.
had two. He's had
Okay.
two. Tokyo
Wait.
silver, bronze in Doha. Am I
Okay. Yeah.
mistaken?
I'm not crazy.
I was there in Doha. I remember talking to him after he
Yeah.
got a bronze
Two.
medal, and then he was second. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So I was right. Yeah.
People like arguing as if this didn't happen and we don't have access to Wikipedia. Shout out Canada. All right.